Twist my fingers with my hands. Hello everyone, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the new Action Bronson album titled Blue Chip 7000. Action Bronson is a New York rapper. Obviously, every rapper is from New York, as we all know, and he has become quite popular over the past few years. He's known for sounding like Ghostface Killer. The comparison is pretty obvious. He does sound a little bit like Ghostface Killer, but he has got some pretty cool hip hop albums and songs as well. Rare Chandeliers was a pretty cool mixtape from 2012. I'll be honest, I haven't really returned to it. There's never really been an album that I felt like I want to go to constantly from Action Bronson. He's good for a listen, but usually I kind of move on and I'm not really one to return to any of his stuff. There were a lot of great singles on his last album, Mr. Wonderful, like Easy Rider and Baby Blue. Baby Blue featured Chance the Rapper. I think that's still a pretty great song. But Blue Chip 7000 actually is pretty damn good. It's a very consistent album, and all the way through I find myself enjoying quite a big bulk of this album. It is mostly through the production. The production is very jazzy. There are very nice piano driven melodies across this album, and the production overall is just beautiful. I'm always a fan of jazz instrumentals on rap albums, and on this album you can't go wrong with these. He does a pretty damn good job on each of these songs. My Right Lung is a really good example of that. It's got this really nice twinkly piano playing across the beat. It's got a very noir sound to it. And it's a pretty short song too, and most of these songs are quite short, never once feeling like they should be any longer. They are pretty much the perfect length across the whole album. Let Me Breathe is quite a standout with the production. It's got more of a 90s G-funk sound to it more than anything else. It is a bit of a standout in terms of the sound because, like I said, a lot of the sound is quite jazzy, but this is a really good inclusion on the album too. There are a few guitar-driven beats. We've seen this before from Action Bronson on his Rare Chandeliers one. They worked really well. I do like it on Chop Chop Chop, but maybe Action Bronson sounds a little boring on this song. I'm not really that grabbed by his rapping style on this one. I suppose that's another issue I think with this album. Across the album doesn't really demonstrate any flashy rhymes. There aren't any one-liners that stand out. The topics that he's rapping about aren't that exciting too. But I do really enjoy him over these beats. I've got to say it's one of those albums where the beats are surpassing the rapper himself. Not that Action Bronson is bad on this album, it's just that he's not all that enthralling, to be honest. Another example of that is the closing track with the most bare minimal production on the whole album. It's got a pretty much non-beat to it. It just kind of moves so slowly. And again, Action Bronson isn't really that exciting on this song either. A very underwhelming end to the album because we do have some great songs like the Choreographer, which is a really dancey track. I really love Action Bronson's flow on the chorus. He sounds really catchy. It's such a great song. I do love his hook on Chairman's Intent too, where he's like, "You don't even know me." I think he sounds really good on that track, and I really love the beat to that one as well. So yeah, I am quite liking this album. I wasn't really expecting a huge amount, to be honest. I'm not sure why, but I just didn't really have that much hype for a new Action Bronson album. I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with what he's done here. There are quite a lot of random skits and interludes playing between each tracks that don't really fit in at all. They could really do with just being cut out, to be honest. But I don't really have a huge amount of complaints for this album. I'd say this is a B. Make sure you give this a listen. Action Bronson is sounding pretty good on this album, and the beats, the production is really the winner for me. Again though, with Action Bronson, like I said, I haven't really returned to much of his stuff, so I'm not entirely sure how much I will return to this one in the future, but hopefully I do. There are a lot of great songs on here. Make sure you check it out. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Tell me what I should review next in the comments, and have a good day.